India has summoned US Chargé d'Affaires Jason Meeks for the second time in just 48 hours, lodging a sharp protest over a series of attacks on merchant vessels carrying Indian crew members off the coast of Oman, in what New Delhi says is an alarming escalation of maritime security threats in the region. And the latest diplomatic move came after another merchant vessel, MT Jalweer, with around 20 Indian seafarers on board, was reportedly targeted near the port of Shinas in Oman. And according to the maritime tracking data, the vessel is Bissau flagged, and while early reports triggered panic after images of smoke from the ship surfaced online. Indian authorities later confirmed that all the crew members were safe. But the incident has added to a rapidly intensifying pattern, as in just 4 days, 3 separate vessels carrying Indian sailors have come under attack in waters near Oman and the broader Gulf region, raising serious concerns for one of the world's largest seafaring populations. The first incident was reported on June 8 when MT Merriweck suffered a fire on board after what maritime sources described as a suspected strike, as all the 24 Indian crew members on the tanker were safely rescued, but the event marked the beginning of a troubling sequence. And just 2 days later, on June 10, MT Setabelo came under attack in the Gulf of Oman, and that incident turned deadly. Of the 24 Indian crew members on board, 21 were rescued, but 3 sailors were later confirmed dead after initially going missing. The loss prompted strong reactions from India's leadership, with the government extending condolences and pledging full support to the families of the deceased seafarers. Then came the third incident involving MT Jalweer, reported near Oman's coast, further intensifying fears that commercial shipping lanes in the region are becoming increasingly vulnerable amid rising geopolitical tensions that is linked to the wider Middle East conflict. Following the Setabelo attack, India had already summoned the US Diplomat once, registering its protest, and the second summons now signals a deepening diplomatic concern as New Delhi pushes for stronger protection of civilian maritime traffic and accountability over the attacks. At the Ministry of External Affairs in New Delhi, the US diplomat was called in by the Additional Secretary, where India reiterated that attacks on commercial vessels and civilian infrastructure are unacceptable under international norms, especially in already volatile waters. And in response to the growing threat, India's Directorate General of Shipping has issued a fresh maritime security advisory for nearly 18,000 Indian seafarers operating in and around the Strait of Hormuz and the Gulf of Oman. The advisory follows heightened risk reported in the region and urges enhanced vigilance for Indian nationals working aboard foreign flagged ships. The stakes are significant, and India has one of the world's largest maritime workforces, with more than 3 lakh seafarers globally and thousands currently operating in high-risk Gulf routes. Officials estimate that over 600 Indian sailors are aboard India-flagged vessels in waters near the Strait of Hormuz, while many more serve on hundreds of foreign-flagged ships traversing the region's critical oil and trade corridors. Adding another layer of complexity, US Central Command has acknowledged conducting operations in the region targeting vessels that is allegedly linked to Iranian oil transport. American officials claim that some of the affected ships include MT Jalweer were involved in attempts to breach a naval blockade, with reports stating that military action was taken after alleged non-compliance with instructions. And all these claims, however, remain part of highly sensitive and contested narrative amid already heightened tensions. And as the investigations continue and diplomatic exchanges intensify, the situation underscores a rapidly evolving and fragile security environment in one of the world's most important maritime corridors. And for India, the focus now is firmly on ensuring the safety of its seafarers and preventing further loss of life, as tensions in the Gulf show no immediate signs of easing. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.